For role play number 2, I will be meeting with Brian at Georgia Natural Gas Company to discuss how Keyence's clamp-on flow sensors could be a good fit for their day-to-day use. At this point, Brian and I have met, and I've introduced myself, noting that I'm a representative for Keyence, and we got to go through the plant, and he gave me a tour of the facility so that I can make note of where our product could be a good fit and could be a helpful resource for them. Brian, as you know, a flow sensor measures the flow rate or quantity of a moving liquid, meaning that it is able to detect any leaks, blockages, or pipe bursts that might occur at any point during the time that your machines are in use. So this means that a flow sensor is a helpful tool because it can note what the ideal flow is for you guys, and then it can alert you when anything interrupts that flow, which helps you in quality assurance. It makes it a more efficient and accurate process, as it is going to tell you when that happens versus a person having to go through a certain periods of time and maybe missing when it happened 30 minutes before, or maybe the day before they went through their walkthrough. So as we walked through your facility, I noted some sensors that you seem to have already put into place from our competitor Sensorion. And I would love to walk through why I believe we could do a better job for your company and be a better fit overall over the next few minutes compared to our competitor. So a key feature of Keyence's flow-on sensor that makes us stand out against our competitor is that, unlike their flow sensors where you have to modify the pipe's physical makeup, so you have to cut a piece out and then screw theirs in, ours features a clamp-on feature where all you need is a screwdriver. You don't need any special machinery or anything like that, or even any of our staff members to come to help install. It can be anybody who works for you guys can go. Even the secretary can come and screw one on, and then put in the code, and the flow sensor is ready to go. So something else that I've noted that I felt like was a good fit for your company is that our design makes it easy to integrate, as I previously mentioned, for your HVAC system, where you have your well-established day-to-day business process, and it's compatible with that by both. It can be used both in your PVC pipes or even in your metal pipes, whether that be copper or stainless steel or iron. You can use it on any of those, and it can measure the water flow, or even if you have oil in the future, anything like that you see that you want to use one of our sensors on, it could be compatible for that regardless of the material or the size. And then lastly, I noted that a feature that we have that could be a good resource for you guys is that it has a quick setting code. So I previously mentioned that there's a code you put in when you install it. So for each setting that you have it at, so if there's a certain flow setting that you need it to note, it has a unique 8-digit code that you could take from that sensor. And then if you want to add one on, further down in your facility, you can quickly screw it on and then put in that code, and it is ready to go further down the line as well. And so at any time you guys go about your process or your day-to-day business and you notice, oh, this would be another good place to add a sensor, that is a quick way to do that installation, and integrating that with the other ones to work with your other sensors is an easy thing to do. So to recap what we just walked through, our clamp-on flow sensor can save you time and money through a quick installation that is done without having to interrupt your day-to-day operations. You don't have to worry about machine downtime and any money lost from there. But it also is going to save you time because you don't have to do a long installation or have someone, you don't have to hire anybody to come out and install them, or even purchase that machinery or anything like that. And it's easy to add on. Because of that, it also can increase the quality of your production, as it helps with quality assurance in a more productive and efficient manner. And through that, it will help alert you of any changes in ideal flow as you go about your business day to day. So to finish, I would love to leave you guys a card with my contact information, and then I would love to leave you with some contacts from other customers who have mentioned that they would be happy to share their success with our products, and then they can show you the ways that they loved it, or maybe give you some advice on some ways that they saw maybe some hiccups in using our products. And then if we could schedule a time next week that I could come by and go ahead and install one or two, that way you guys can use them for the next 30 days. And if you're satisfied with them, I'd love to get you set up for the rest of your facility. And if not, then I'll just take them off your hands and you guys can continue with Sensorion as you have been already. All right, thank you, Brian. Are there any other questions that you might have that I forgot to touch on? Great. Well, I am looking forward to seeing you sometime next week.